Hey, so this is where you see the ghost every day.
Yes, every day. So it's just going to come from the left and move over to the right, and it's just inside the wood line over there.
Now, is it a certain time that this happens?
Yes and no. Um, it comes through before sunset every night, but it's not really based on a certain time. It's, we think, more so directed at the sun rather than the actual time of day.
That, that makes sense. Got to ask one question though, because I've driven a couple hours to get here. It's not a hoax. You don't have anybody walking over there trying to make a TikTok video for you, or a YouTube short, or Facebook reel, anything like that. It's something that's actually happening every day.
Oh no, it's definitely real. If we stay out here long enough, it's going to show up.
Since I started filming the documentary on aliens, things continued to get more interesting. Um, I had a lot of people reach out and tell me about their experiences, and from that, I decided to do a docu-series called Encounters. And you got to kind of filter through this stuff because you don't know what you're going to get into with it. You don't know where these stories are headed. But I got this email, and the documentary on the aliens was supposed to be a one-off because I still had a little bit of footage I needed to get for the Great Dismal. But I finished it now, and then I've shot lots of the encounter stuff. But like this email here, Mr. Howard, I follow, and they say one of my actors' names on one of the social media platforms. And I saw that you were doing a film on aliens. I was wondering if you have looked into ghosts at all as well. The reason I am asking is that I had a series of videos go viral in the past few years where we have a ghost that walks along the wood line every day. You may have seen them. Yes, every day there's a figure that will walk just inside the wood line. Every single day. At first we thought it was a person, but gradually we were able to determine it wasn't. I posted over 20 videos shot from my front porch, and they have all been seen over 2 to 3 million times. Anyway, if you're interested in something like this, I would love for you to investigate. And I hadn't planned on doing anything like that, to be honest. And the Alien film was going to be a one-off. It turned into the docu-series. Again, I still had some of Great Dismal I had to shoot. I am done with it now. And I'm actually writing another feature, but I remember seeing the videos, and she, you know, copied one here, and because my wife had showed them to me, and she only lives a few hours away. I don't know. It might be worthwhile just to check it out. It's there every day, right? I mean, yeah. Let's see what this is. That could be really really interesting. All right, I'm about 6/10 of a mile away. I've got one more turn I got to make up here. Uh, but the lady invited me to come out and talk with her, so that's what I'm doing. But do you think anything's really there? She says in her videos it's every day, but you know, I I I, I don't know. I hopefully I'll be able to find out. Um, So yeah, we're gonna ask her and try to get to the bottom of it, I guess. And my turn is right here. So let's see what we got, guys. Hey, so this is where you see the ghost every day.
Yes, every day. So it's just going to come from the left and move over to the right, and it's just inside the wood line over there.
Now, is it a certain time that this happens?
Yes and no. Um, it comes through before sunset every night, but it's not really based on a certain time. It's, we think, more so directed at the sun rather than the actual time of day.
That, I mean, that makes sense. Got to ask one question though, because I've driven a couple hours to get here. It's not a hoax. You don't have anybody walking over there trying to make a TikTok video for you, or a YouTube short, or Facebook reel, anything like that. It's something that's actually happening every day.
Oh no, it's definitely real. If we stay out here long enough, it's going to show up.
Okay. Well, what more should I expect as far as, I mean, like getting noises? Is it just something that's going to walk through arbitrarily?
You're gonna see it. It's gonna first appear over there by that tree.
Okay, where the red is.
Yeah. And it's gonna fade in and out of the trees as it walks through. And it's gonna appear kind of like a whitish figure.
Okay.
But you can see through it slightly.
Opaque.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely the word I was looking for.
Okay.
You can tell it crosses like through the middle. It's not exactly solid. It's definitely got a form though. And it's just gonna disappear right over there.
Now, have you ever tried to go over there while it was walking through?
Yeah, but only once. I have a video of it. So let me find it.
Okay.
Here it is.
All right. So right here, when you were over there
Mm-hmm.
and you had the camera rolling and you were over there and it walked by you, you didn't see it.
No, I didn't see it at all until I got back inside and we reviewed the footage. You could see it right there beside me.
Now, can you send that to me and let me use it in the film?
Yeah, that's fine. Is Drive okay?
Yeah, that should work perfectly. Um, Now, has anybody else been over here and watched it with you?
Um, yeah, but we don't really have that many neighbors, as you can see. But we definitely had some people see it from here.
Okay. Now, is this your land?
No. And we actually do not know who owns it.
Okay.
But there are no trespassing signs all over it, and the sheriff's department does not play around. They don't even give warnings. They just go over there and they arrest you. So when all the videos started going viral, we would have people go over there and try to look around, but they aren't playing. They flat out just arrest everybody. So I had to take some of the videos offline because the amount of people that were going over there and the calls they were getting for trespassing, it was just kind of annoying. They had deputies up and down the road all day and night.
Now, has any of the deputies ever seen it over there?
Oh, yeah. So a couple weeks ago, there was a couple arrested, and it was one of those teenagers in the jacked up truck. Yeah. So the deputy comes over to talk to us about it, and he's one of those canine units. And while we're talking, he asked if I knew who that was that he saw walking. And he got his dog out and they started to go over there, but the dog would not cross the ditch. And he even tried pulling him across with a leash and the dog refused. He said that was the weirdest thing.
That is kind of weird. I mean, those dogs are trained.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I could have told him no because no animals go over there. So,
Hmm.
yeah, a deer will run across our yard before it goes over there.
Well, if you don't mind, can I park out here in front of your house and stay to sunset, I guess, and see if I see anything?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go inside and make dinner for my midget, so you're welcome to come in if you need anything.
Sounds good. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, if I put this on me, like right here, and I'm talking, let's see what it looks like. Probably got about 30 minutes before before sunset. So it should be getting to the time when whatever's going on happens. Um, this reminds me a lot of sitting in a deer stand waiting for a deer that never shows, to be honest with you. Yep. I think she said it happens every day before sunset, and it's kind of sun related as far as the solar day rather than 24-hour day, right? Well, we've got about 5 more minutes. Crap, there it is. You see it right there? It's near those red leaves. It's coming up underneath that red leaf branch there, just inside the woods. Hey, it's coming up to that green part. It's in the open right there. It didn't turn when I said anything. It just kept going. Now it's behind where the poles are. It was there. It was just like she said. It looked like it was. You could see through it. It disappeared over here when we got to the thicker brush there. You know, at the frontage. It was really there. Unbelievable. Oh, my heart is like pumping right now. All right, I got to get this back, and we're going to look at this footage. All right, so I got home late last night, and I definitely saw something. Um, you can see over on the side of the video where it comes in on the left, and you can see the figure as it crosses through those open spots between the trees. And if you look closely, you can see like the trees that are behind it. You can see, I mean, you can see through the whatever's walking there. So I took the video and I ran a copy of it um, through like a negative or a false color type thing, and you can clearly see it walking through there. Let me hit play. All right, there. So you can see it moving across just on the inside of the wood line. Now, I'm really interested in finding out what this is. So I pulled up the county GIS and I got the address of the owner, and it belongs to an estate. And it doesn't have a phone number or an email address, but I do have the estate's address. So I'm gonna probably have to do this old school and uh, send out a letter to try to get permission to go on the land, so that I don't get arrested by the sheriff's department, since they're kind of stringent on that type stuff. So yeah, we'll send out a letter this afternoon, and hopefully we'll hear back, right? All right. So it's been about 3 weeks since I mailed the letter to the estate. And, well, boom, they just emailed me. So I pulled over, set the camera up so I can read this real quick. Mr. Howard, thank you for contacting us regarding passage onto our land. I really should let you know more about the area. The land has been in our family for over 8 generations. It has been a family promise to never sell or allow anyone else to live there. The sayings that were passed down over the years is something is very off with the land. No, I'm not talking about how it floods or anything in that regard. The story goes it used to be prime with wildlife and growth, and therefore Native Americans often would base there around Contentney Creek, the water source that feeds the land. Because of the value of the Native Americans, there there were some that died there, and it should be honored in that capacity. Our family over the years, over the generations, didn't want to spoil the land by selling to someone who didn't care for that heritage. Because of this, we also do not allow people to trespass on the land. We have strict orders with the county to keep trespassers off and away from the land, with a standing prosecute order for anyone caught not obeying the request. I hope you understand. If you have any questions or would like to talk about the land, feel free to reach out via replying to this email, or you can call me at, and she gives the number. Sincerely, Jenna Mitchell Stevens. So, it sounds like a dead end, right? Well, before I set the camera up, I called, and the conversation actually went pretty well. Um, she's going to talk with the family, and she said I'll probably have to sign some type of waiver, and I can't leave anything on the land. So, like, if when I go on the land, I just, I can't leave, leave no trace type thing, right? So, yeah, I think this is going to work out, because after I spoke to her in person, I mean, it's a whole lot harder to tell somebody no when you're talking with them than it is, like in an email. So, but she's going to talk with the family, and she's supposed to get hold of me this afternoon. So, yeah, I really do think this is going to work out. I'm going to get to go out there. It's going to be pretty awesome. I didn't have much information regarding the land from the estate, so I decided to do a little research. The only thing I really had to go by was there was Native American tribes in that area. Best place to go? Library, of course. There I found plenty of books regarding tribes that actually dated for centuries. I mean, if we have a ghost walking around, maybe there is some old Native American lore regarding it, right? Or at the very least, I can just get a little history on the area in general. All right, here we go. The Tuscarora were the predominant tribe in the area where the forest is. It seems there was a war between the settlers in North Carolina and the Yamasee against the Tuscarora. The Yamasee were from like southern South Carolina, northern or eastern Georgia, I guess, and they fought together against the Tuscarora. The Tuscarora were outnumbered in the defenses, but were more than capable as warriors. Their axes felled many white settlers and Yamasee Indians. The war proved short-lived, though, as the numbers were just too great. Eventually, nearly 1,000 Tuscarora lay dead, and the ones that survived were either sold and bartered into slavery, or those that escaped joined the Iroquois in New York. This war was clearly won by the left hand. I wonder if this has got anything to do with. Hold on. Hello, this is Bill. Yes, ma'am. Hey, how are you? Really? I can? Yeah, certainly. Yeah, I'll respect the land, of course. I mean, I'm may only stay like one night, and I'll just have my cameras and a tent. Is it okay to have like a small campfire? Yes, ma'am. I'll make sure that it's out. In fact, I'll clean it up where you won't even tell there was a campfire there. Yes, ma'am. Now, do I need to call the sheriff and let them know that I'm gonna be okay? You're gonna let them know. Yes, ma'am. I drive a white Toyota FJ Cruiser, but I think I'm gonna just have my wife maybe drop me off there. I mean, she's in a Volvo, but it's not gonna. The car's not gonna stay there overnight. I'll just stay there, and she'll pick me up in the morning. Yeah, she likes this kind of stuff, so it'll give her a chance to see it briefly. No, wait, no, she's not gonna stay there with me overnight. Yes, ma'am. I'll likely head over maybe on Monday. I think the weather's supposed to be pretty decent. But I'll head over when my wife gets off work, and then yes, ma'am. Also, if you don't mind me asking, you after I got your email and you had mentioned about the Native Americans had settled there. Yeah, that I did a little bit of research, and you don't know anything. There was nothing that carried over in your family regarding like the Tuscarora War with North Carolina and the Yamasee. Just that, okay. Just that there's probably some buried there from. Okay, yeah, yes, ma'am. Yeah. Anyway, thanks again, and I'll message you when I come out of the woods, and that Tuesday morning. Yes, ma'am. Let the family know I greatly appreciate it, because and I'm gonna respect the land throughout. You don't have to worry about that. Yes, ma'am. All right. Have a good day. Thank you. I'm in. I'm in. Yes, yes, yes.
What is wrong with you, Chloe? Why are you so scared?
What is that, baby girl?
What's wrong with her?
She's freaking out.
Oh my gosh. You think she senses something?
They said there ain't no animals in this area. All right, Chloe. It's getting close to time when the figure would walk through the woods. And I'm out here in the woods, obviously. But just kind of wanted to show you a little bit about how this place looks. It's really creepy in here. You can see these vines behind me. They're like all knotted up. I mean, I have no idea how that would happen naturally, but these are big vines, as you can see. A tree's falling over into it, but it's all entangled. And I mean, this is just a creepy place. Let me show you real quick what I'm talking about. All right, so just to kind of show you how it looks in here. I mean, it's just, everything looks dead. There's no birds. There's really nothing out here, as you can kind of see through there. Just, you know, but look at that, the vines tangled up there. So what I'm gonna do, like I said, the sun's going down. It's not gonna be much longer. It'll be below the canopy of the trees, and it's gonna get dark pretty quick. So I'm gonna set camp back up in here somewhere. Yeah, and see how this thing goes. So. All right, so we've got a nice little flat spot here. I think this is where I'm gonna set up, and we'll put the tent over here. I've got room to make a small campfire later on. Like I said, it's getting dark pretty quick. The sun's getting right there at the top of those trees, so I'm gonna have to set it up pretty fast here. Just kind of give you an idea of what I'm gonna do. There's a feeder creek back here, kind of, I guess, on the horizon of the camera there, that feeds into the greater Contentney. And this is on the property. I'm maybe half a mile, 3/4 of a mile into the property. So this is where I'll kind of stay, and I'm away from the road, away from the entrance that I came in on. And we'll set up, I've got this camera, I've got another camera in here that I'm gonna set on the back side of the campsite, both cameras onto the tent. And then I'm gonna put some trail cams on some of these trees. I got some nice trees here, and the trail cams are gonna face away from the tent just to see if there's any movement on the perimeter of my campsite here. So yeah, like I said, it's getting late, so I need to hurry up and get this set up. So yeah, I'm gonna get this tent up. All right, so you see where I'm gonna sleep tonight. This is home. I'll set up a campfire over here in a little bit. But these are what I'm gonna use. These are trail cams. I didn't do it live or on the camera here, but where the figure walks each night, which is just about this time, I set up 2 of these trail cams. And hopefully I can catch something walking through there. But here in the woods, I'm gonna set these up on some of these bigger trees around the perimeter just to see if something's there. They said there's no animals, and as of right now, I haven't seen any birds, haven't seen any squirrels, heard any squirrels, no deer. I mean, it's nothing out here. It is just dead trees. Well, not dead trees, but they don't have any leaves on them. It looks dead, so. All right, yeah, let me get these put up. Well, gonna have a change of plans, I think. Phone's dead. And it was fully charged. Because I was charging it on the drive here. I mean, that was 2 hours, and I already had, I mean, I was at 100%. I was going to use this, and it's not wet, but I was going to use this at the campfire and in the tent, but nothing. All right, so we'll run this camera to look over the site. And I'll get my other camera out of the bag, and instead of putting it on the opposite side of the tent, I will just use it at the campfire and at the tent, I guess. Looks like there's not going to be any browsing the web tonight, or huh. All right, let me get this campfire going before it gets too dark out here. All right, testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Take 3. Testing, testing, testing. $100. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a little warm out here right beside this fire. And doing stuff. All right, so I guess I want to explain things a little bit more. And the best way, I guess, is the trail cams that I put up. Before I came out here, I had Susan drop me off at the roadside, and I ran 2 trail cams and put on trees out there. That way, if something comes by, they will be set. Now, those 2 are infrared cams, so they're not going to have a flash or anything like that. And that way, passerbys won't see a flash pop if something comes by. When I spoke with the sheriff's department and with the landowners, we decided it was best if I didn't do anything there by that roadside, because they have so many people that come out there, and they've arrested so many people for trespassing. They don't want people to think all of a sudden it's okay because they see me out there. So therefore, we decided I'll come out into the property here, into the land, which is what I'm doing, and I'll just spend the night here. But I've got 2 trail cams set up there. Then I've got 5 cams around the tent site here. The cams around here are flash driven. It's not infrared. It's going to set off a flash. That way I know if something's out there. Now, what benefit do I get from being out here when the figure's being seen there by the roadside? Well, nobody's been in here looking because it's trespassing. Nobody's allowed in here. Again, they, by all accounts, animals are spooked in this area. And, I'll be honest with you, it's a spooky place in here because it's really, really quiet. I can hear a train that may be 4 or 5 miles from here that's coming by now. And every now and then I can hear some traffic on the road. But like I said, I'm about 3/4 of a mile in the property here. So I'm a good ways away from cars and people. And when I was setting up this stuff, there were no birds, there were no squirrels. I mean, woods like this, there's just squirrels everywhere. I haven't seen any deer tracks. It's just been, nothing. It's just really, really quiet. All right, so that was a splash, and I'm not very far from one of the feeder creeks that goes into the Contentney. And usually a splash is a beaver will slap its tail on the water like that. So pretty sure that's what it was. And okay, we've got animals, right? All right. Yeah, beaver. I don't know what the grunt was, but and it's dark out here. The only light I got is the fire right here. What in the world? When I was just looking around, I saw something glistening over here when I blocked the light from the fire. And we have a big, big bone. We're going to take that back with us. As far as the land, the animals are spooked. The landowners said they feel like this may have been some type of burial ground. Now, I don't know about that, but I do know in the research I was doing, again, it said that this is where the Tuscarora fought the Carolinians and the Yamasee tribe. So there's probably been people that have died on this land. Buried here, I don't know. I don't think that's, I mean, it's much bigger than a leg bone, and I'm a pretty good sized guy. So I have no idea what that is. But yeah, they fought here, and don't know if I uncovered this when I was cleaning the spot out for the fire. Still a little warm because it was right there at the fire. But yeah, that we have proof that, look at that. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I have enough light. That is a beautiful arrowhead. Look at that. If we needed proof. Just collecting all kinds of things. All right. Anyway, I don't even know where I was at. I've got a couple trail cams out on the road where the figure walks through. I've got the 5 trail cams here. The camera, if I can shed my light a little bit, the camera that's over here, I have a motion sensor set up on it, so that if there's any movement out here, that's when it'll record, because the battery won't last all night. Let me see if there's enough light. We're going to make some adjustments here on the fly. All right, here we go. So this is my camera. Let me pull the legs in on this. You can see the camera here. It's going to get really noisy here, but up on top of that is when there's no light, it has a hard time acquiring focus. But up on top, there is a, let me go back over here. There's a motion sensor that's hooked into the camera, and then that's what will turn the recording on. All right, get back over here. That's what will turn the camera on for it to start recording, and then after 10 seconds of inactivity, it cuts back off. So that's kind of what we got. But you know, let's let's get in the tent. Let's settle down.
All right, so this is my home for the night. This tent, and sorry for the lack of cinematic quality here. We are in a tent at night. Hopefully, between the campfire that's behind me and the light here, there's enough light hitting me. I know everything's gonna be a little bit orange and red looking, but nothing I can really do about that. But you know what? In fact, I should check, make sure it's bright enough. Oh. All right, seems like it's working. So, anyway, this area was likely heavily populated with the Tuscarora. That they were all along the creek that's not far from here, and so this is Tuscarora land. Now, the arrowhead, I don't know if you can, how well you can see it. Almost positive that this would have come from the Tuscarora, and man, that's a really nice looking arrowhead. Now, the bone, I mean, this is a big bone. I have no idea if this has anything with the Tuscarora or not. I mean, you look, it's 2 feet long. I mean, much longer than, like a leg bone on me. So I have no idea if this has got anything to do with that or not. But I will, I mean, I don't know if this is how old this is. This could be a few weeks old for all I know, but I'll get in touch with somebody and we'll figure that out, when I get back. But it makes you wonder, more than likely the Tuscarora and the Carolinians fought here. It's, they were here, so it only makes sense. The war went on for several years. So yeah, it would only make sense that they fought here. And it makes you wonder if the figure that walks along the woods, if it's like some old spirit. Okay. I have no idea what it was, so I'm gonna find out. don't know what happened to you, but you fell over. The camera fell over. And I don't know how. It's got a little bit of dirt and mud on it, but nothing bad. It's pretty solid ground there, but it's soft enough for the landing. Like I said, I didn't see any damage, but the legs were out and secured. None of them collapsed or anything. I don't need to go there. I'm gonna think it's fake, and I don't need to freak myself out. But yeah, you know what? Let's call it a night. And then we'll check out things in a minute. The fire is behind me. Had to have turned around. Figure this out in a minute.
What in the shit was that? It's gonna go on all friggin' night? If anybody out there, I've got permission to be here. God, what is that? Oh, can't get the light off. What in the crap? They're all over. Ugh. Big tree fell. Oh, damn it. This can't go. I'm not going on right. Just let me get through the night. Stay there one night and I'll be out of here. Oh. Gotta be kidding me. Working again. Hey, can you come get me? What do you mean it's only 9 o'clock? There's no freaking way. I've been out here all... Anyway, did we have any damage from the earthquake? The earthquake that we just had a few minutes ago, did y'all not have anything there? It, trees were falling, it just loud rumbling, shaking. Anyway, yeah, come get me. I'm not staying out here tonight. I've got a bad cut on my hand. It's yeah, just come get me. I'm maybe a quarter mile from where you dropped me off. All right, we'll see you in about 2 hours. Bring a bandage with you because I'm cut bad. All right, bye. I haven't posted a video regarding the figure that walks in the woods in a little while, so figured I'd give a quick update. I got permission from the landowner, and they notified the sheriff's department, and I was allowed to go on the property last night. They did not want me to go where the figure walks because they didn't want other people to see me there, which would then in turn make them think they could, other people could go there, that it was all of a sudden okay. I did still get stopped by the sheriff's department not long after I got into the woods. I don't know if somebody saw me, but everything was cleared up quickly. But things went off the rails really quick last night. I ended up leaving my belongings, the trail cams, and got out of there. Had my wife come back out and pick me up. And I will post some updates later. But I've looked through some of the footage. My cell phone died on me when I was out there, and it looks like maybe some corrupt files. The weird thing is both cameras had corrupt files during the same instance that the cameras I was filming. So, but I couldn't stay out there all night. But I'll have some more videos on that soon. I just got to finish going through it all. It's been a week since I was out here, and I'm still very much creeped out. That feeder creek is what you see there behind me. I should be getting near the campsite But yeah, things went weird, and as soon as I came in the woods today, you guessed it, the phone died again. Coming up on it here. And the trail cams, you ready? On the ground. Look at the big trees that fell. And there's the campsite. And that's what was falling. There's the bone. And ready? There's the tent. I'm gonna get out of here. We're gone. I guess there are some things you just can't explain. Perhaps it isn't meant to be explained. But through all that, it is evident that there is more than just the estate that doesn't want anyone on the land. Is it the spirits of long-killed Native Americans? I don't know. As for the earthquakes, there were no other reports anywhere else. It seemed to be centralized in just the area where I was camping. As for the bone I found, it wasn't a bear or a deer, or cattle for that matter. It was a human femur bone, estimated age 300 years. You may have noticed a bandage on my hand. As I was trying to escape the woods during the earthquake, I fell forward, and there happened to be another arrowhead sticking straight up that I landed on. As for whatever it is that shows up every evening walking through the edge of the woods, well, it appears that it may have been watching that night of the earthquake as well. Officer James, can you tell me anything about the ghostly sightings in the woods?
Not much, really. The land, it's owned by an estate. It's been in a family for decades, if not centuries.
Now, have you seen anything strange out there?
I haven't. Of course, we get reports every now and then, and generally it's teenagers trespassing. And we do have a standing trespass order as set forth by the estate.
There's a report that one of the deputies actually witnessed the figure in the woods. Can you verify that?
Again, I haven't seen anything. There has been some rumbling at the office, and I can verify that the deputy did see someone, and the canine did not engage, which I guess you could say is pretty strange.
Do you believe there's something paranormal out there?
In the woods? No.
Well, what do you think people are actually witnessing out there? I mean, we even have video footage of it.
It could be anything or multiple things, honestly. If I had to guess, it's likely some kids that are trying to keep a story going. We're in a very rural area, and there's not much to do around here. Once you get a story going, then people try to fit in and let their imaginations run. Then you get those that try to encourage it, even further perpetuating evidence by actively playing a part in it. Look, we've got a lot of legends here in North Carolina, from a high number of Bigfoot sightings to the Devil's Tramping Ground and the Brown Mountain Lights. Even the Mako Light, which isn't too far from here either.
Sir, you mind if I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
you ever heard about the figure in the woods?
You must be talking about Flint.
Sir, do you mind if I ask you a quick question?
Well, sure. What's up?
Have you ever heard of the figure in the woods?
The figure in the woods. You've heard about that? You doing a story on him?
Kinda, yes, sir. I've been asking a few people around from that, the figure that was in the video.
Yeah, I heard about it. I never seen it though. I mean, heard some kids talking about it over there at the campgrounds and stuff, but I never seen it.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Take care.
Have you ever heard of the figure in the woods?
The local one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I don't live too far from there. I've never really seen it, but the other night one of my dogs got out, and I had to walk right past it. I was looking for the dog. And I'm going to tell you, you ever had that feeling where like your hair stands up in your arms, and you just kind of feel out of place? That's exactly what happened. I've not seen it. I have no desire to see it. It's there though. I know it's there.
Hey, sir, you mind if I ask you a quick question?
Sure, why not?
Have you ever heard of the figure in the woods?
Yeah, I've done more than just heard about it.
Have you actually seen it?
That's a good question because I don't know what I saw. I saw motion. I saw a figure, but I can't describe it to you in detail. It just, it's been a couple of months and I still get the woolies thinking about it.
Very interesting. Well, I'm hoping to kind of catch it on camera, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, just pay attention because you don't see a thing, but you see a thing, if that makes any sense. And it's going to go on by and might go right beside you and you don't even know it. But it's, look at me. It's got me all shaky. Good luck to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Hey, sir, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever heard of the figure in the woods?
I've heard about it. That's the local urban legend. Everybody talks about it at the campground and the store, and I've never seen it myself, but it sounds really interesting to kind of follow up on.
Have you ever been by there to look for it?
I've been by there, but never seen anything. But did the sheriff even allow people over there anymore?
Not yet, but I'm hoping.
Hey, I'd definitely like to go. I'd follow up with you if you do that.
I appreciate it, man.
Thanks,
Thank
sir.
you.
Hey.
People are walking the runway model.
Ma'am, do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure.
Well, obviously we're on camera here. Have you ever heard of the figure in the woods?
Yes, we all have.
You ever seen it?
No, it's probably fake or made up.
I've seen it.
Really?
Baby, no, you haven't.
I have. Every day when we come home from daycare. It's along the edge of the woods.
She has a vivid imagination. I'm
No,
sorry.
I promise. There's actually two of them. One is a little bit deeper. They try and talk to me.
We have to go.